All right, joining us here at Manitoba Ag Days, we have Todd Botterill. And Todd, one of the new products on display here is this tree saw. Why don't you explain how, a different concept, why don't you explain how it works?
Yes, this is the Perfect TreeSaw. It comes out of the United States. It was a father and son group who actually designed the tool there to use at home. They've been selling them for 30 years, and we started working with them here recently to try to expand their market. It was funny, when I was first introduced to this product, actually a friend of mine sent me a photo. He said, "What do you think about it?" I said, "Wow, that's the dumbest looking thing I've ever seen." And then he sent me a link to the video. I said, "Wow, that's the most genius looking thing I've ever seen." It's so simple, it's hard to believe that it works. Basically, this is designed to go on any sort of skid steer. We also have units for subcompact tractors. We have units to go onto the small skid steers, the small track units, and we go on dozers as well. It just straps onto the machine, and basically it's so simple, you drive straight at a tree. The saw teeth that are on here will cut through the tree. They're very aggressive too, so they really saw through the tree quickly. The nice part is, a lot of people are worried about the tree falling backwards on you. So far I haven't ever seen one fall backwards. They always seem to fall on a 45-degree angle out. I think it's from the force being exerted on it, the sort of the wedge effect that we have by pushing the teeth in there. This unit here is our 400 model, HRS 400. It's designed for a 70 to 95 horsepower skid steer unit. We do have smaller size. Like I said, they start at an ATV unit that's ideal for tearing up small bushes in a pasture. Then we have units that get larger and larger. As they get larger, they have bigger teeth on them. This is where a lot of the cost of the machine comes in, is the teeth. A lot of companies have tried to copy them by just laser cutting into some steel. The problem there is your teeth are all in a row, so they plug up and then they quit cutting. With these teeth, they're actually handmade. We actually take material out of a grater blade, and then we hard surface them and then weld them on. And it's such an intricate process that we're still trying to find a robot that can actually do this for us to try to speed it up. So this is a very handcrafted machine, and one of the reasons for the higher cost than a lot of people might expect. That being said, because there's no moving parts on it, it's very low cost to maintain. On a unit like this, we'd expect to get 1,000 to 1,500 hours of use before we'd have to hard surface the teeth. If you take to the manufacturer, they would hard surface it for $250. You're looking at about 25 cents an hour of maintenance costs on this saw. So it's very low cost. And the whole unit here, like this unit here, would retail for about $58.95 US. So when you compare that to hydraulic tree saws that are out there, some of the shredder or mulchers that are out there, and one customer I talked to bring a mulcher into his place would cost $2,500 a day. In 4 days, at Canadian dollars, we've more than paid for this unit here. And the beauty part is, like I say, you can basically shave an ape, throw him on the skid steer, and he can run it. Simple enough, even I can use it.
So, say I'm making a new fence line or something like that, this would be kind of an ideal tool for that if you were just trying to cut a line?
If you're trying to clean up around a fence line, you can definitely get between the fence posts, go underneath the wire with it. It's very easy to reach around obstacles, and of course with the skid steer, it's very maneuverable as well. So it's ideal for taking down old windrows that have half died, Caragana windrows. Very effective tool for that. And the beauty part with it too is that then you can actually pick up the trees, you can scoop them up and pile them. So if you're tearing up a lot of tree line, it's nice because you cut it, they fall down, you scoop it up, and you can pile them, and you're not pushing a bunch of dirt into that pile like you are with a dozer. So if you're trying to burn them, you don't have near the problems of burning it. You don't have all that dirt there, you don't have near the mess. And this will cut the product off right at ground level, so there's no stump left sticking out. With the bigger dozer models, we can actually go 3 to 4 inches below the surface. So you can really get down there and clean an area up. Now a unit like this 400 models rated to go up to a 36-inch diameter tree. Most of that comes down to just having enough traction to keep pushing through a tree. We actually have photos, customers going through like 48-inch trees with this model. So you can cut very large items with it. When it comes to small items, if it's got a root system on it, it'll cut it. But if it's too small, say it's a ½ inch or smaller twig out of the ground, it'll actually just rip it out of the ground. So it'll get the little ones all the way to the big ones.
All right. Thanks for your time, Todd.
Oh, thank you.